Hello folks and welcome to a Holme FC bonus episode as promised. We're playing against Ilkeston in the FA Cup, mainly because I wanted to keep the FA Cup run going in video form but didn't want to delay the main series by sort of waiting for it again. Hope that makes sense. Let me know down in the comments, assuming you can comment on an unlisted video. I think you can. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see more of this kind of thing in the future when there's games that it would be quite interesting to see but that don't really fit into the main series itself, in the interest of keeping that series moving on at a reasonable pace. But the good news is we've not lost any more players since the last episode, so a week has passed and we've not lost any more, and we've got Phillips and Morris both fit enough to play in this game as well, so we can revert back to our tried and tested I guess it's a 4-5-1 4-3-3. What's this called? It 4-3-2-1 DM asymmetrical AML. I mean, that's it's catchy. It's 4-4 bleeping 2 and 4-3-2-1 DM asymmetric AM bleeping L. That's what you hear from the terraces here at home, probably. So we're going with Brannigan in goal, a back four of Owen, Kaiser, Bemby and De Groot, with Phillips and Morris back where they belong at the base of our midfield. Seaby on the right-hand side of midfield. Steenson fit enough to come in and play as the left winger. He doesn't like playing back there. He gets sad. And then Dunn in behind Harris. To give you a reminder, Ilkeston are in the tier below us. They're in the Counties League and they're only mid-table in their division as well. They've got a lot of real players for a team that are as poor as on paper they appear to be. So that's a little bit of a worry. Let's give the fans something to cheer. I don't know that we've got any fans that have gone all the way to Ilkeston from home. It's like a 2-hour drive. I don't know that I'd bother. But then I guess it's our first FA Cup run. We've already won one game. We've got the opportunity to make it into the second qualifying round of the FA Cup if we can find our way past Ilkeston. And at some point, some of the bigger clubs do start to come into the qualifying rounds. I'm not sure at what point you get the sort of Conference North, Conference South teams into the mix, but I don't know how many. I think when we were playing with St Albans in Non-League to Legend, I think we played in the third qualifying round of the FA Cup. So I think if we can win this one and the next one, we've then got the opportunity of a Conference North-South team, which, I mean, there's some big teams up there in comparison to us. There's potential paydays to be had. But it seems everybody's nervous about this game, which is a little bit of a worry. So let's get creative. There's no reason to be nervous. They can hear me talking about the potential matchup against St Albans we could get if we can make it through a match like this. So let's just calm everybody down, have a little bit of fun, score a few goals. Don't worry about the fact that it's the FA Cup. And there's Stephen Dunn, second goal of the season, an assist from Anthony Harris. Puts us 1-0 up on 22 minutes. And it's a lovely little finish. We had about 4 goes getting this ball across to him. So Harris boots it into their defender. Boots it into him again. So it's 3 goes. Second time of asking. Third time of asking. We've just counted to 3 together, Kev. This is primary school stuff. But we are 1-0 up, which is absolutely smashing. Let me know down in the comments as well, have you made it to this video by me telling you to come here from the last episode, which you'd have had to have watched all the way to the end to know about this, or have you made it here via the Holme FC Twitter, which, by the way, oh my word, I'm having so much fun with the Holme FC Twitter. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying it. If it's a bit over the top, let me know. But I just wanted to make it seem like a real football club, and I think it's been lots of fun. I am pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. See, that's calmed them down a little bit. They're all feeling the passion now. And we're still owed 2 goals from Anthony Harris in this game. I hope we mentioned at the end of the last episode that he might have just thought, you know what, I'm into double figures. That's your lot. I hope that's not how he's thinking. I hope we do see a goal from him again one day. Can't believe I'm worrying about my 16-year-old striker. He's not scored for nearly 90 minutes now. What am I going to do? But he's not even been with it today at all. He doesn't seem like he's aware there's a football match going on. So, apart from getting the assist, of course, where he was very, very instrumental in that. But Ilkeston are in here, but it falls to Dunn. Dunn lumps it forward in the vague direction of Harris. I think he's probably just tired. There might have been a shout that this is a game we should have rested him in. But I guess a cup run with the potential money attached to it could be argued is more important than the league for us this year, when we don't need to get promoted. We just need to not get relegated. We're going to pretend this didn't happen. I think I might take Harris off in a minute just to rest him. And we have got other strikers. Brannigan, my word, didn't seem aware at all of the ball's coming towards the post. It's going to hit the post. It could bounce off in any direction. I'm not prepared where it might go. Just turn around and catch it, lad. Goodness me. Right, we're going to take off Harris. Bring on Luke Burgess, who offers us something a little bit different. He was here when we started up the save. He's not somebody that I've brought in. He's a 6'2" target man. Like I say, very different to what we get with Harris. We get a lot of running into channels, pacey football from Harris. But Burgess, I mean, it's going to have to change the way that we play. And we're also going to bring Sheridan on for Steenson, because Steenson is only just recovering from the injury that kept him out for the last couple of games. And it'd be interesting to see how Burgess gets on. He's nervous. Let's get creative. Why are we nervous? It's not a big deal. We're away from home. We've still never lost a game. Let's not be nervous. Dean Morris, I mean, I probably need to start putting a midfielder on the bench, because Dean Morris could probably do with coming off. But do I want to protect him? Nathan Owens tired and having a poor game and on a yellow card. That probably screams to me more, take this man off. I don't know what happens here. If the game is drawn, does it go to a replay? Or do we go to penalties? Presumably, it's the FA Cup. Presumably, it's a replay. But there's so many games to play before the first round proper. Can they really fill it with loads of replays at this stage? And we've just had Aaron Seeby sent off. That might be the last thing you ever see from Aaron Seeby, because he's still discussing terms with other clubs. So we might never see that man again. And he's got himself sent off as a way of saying goodbye. But I'm interested to see what happens when the final whistle goes. I don't know that we'll do a secret episode for the replay. We showed you this one, but unless the replay's happening right away, it's not really going to fit into my playing the game schedule thing. That makes sense to me. We're not going to score. A breathtaking second half comes to an end, and it is going to be a replay. Let's have a look to see when the replay is. If it's our next game, we'll just do it now. If it's not, you'll just have to find out how we got on by following the Twitter. Yeah, unlucky. It wasn't our day. I mean, really, that's the team we should have been beating. But if it's replaced the Marsk United game, then we'll do it now. If not, you don't get to see it. Simple as that. So it's going to be... Oh, it is the next game. So I guess we now have the replay against Ilkeston. Well, I hope you enjoyed Luke Burgess with what you saw of him, because he's now gone to play for Hartley Whitney. Wherever. He's left. Brilliant. And we have got some players who are coming in, though. And this has turned into major transfer news. So we're bringing in him, and him, and him, and him, which is awesome. I'll show you them in just a moment. I need to praise some players. So first one, Johnny Higham, striker, 21 years old, 2.5-star current ability. I mean, I guess he now becomes a direct replacement for Burgess. More my kind of player as well. He's a poacher, formerly of Crewe. Bruno, tell him he's a hero. Excellent. And we've also got Danny Ramsey, who's a winger. He plays on the right wing, possibly going to be a replacement for Seeby as and when he goes, and will allow us to play a more traditional looking two attacking wide players, which Seeby's not capable of doing. So it's far from perfect, that's for sure. But you know, it's another option for us to have in the wide areas where we are a little bit light on player. We've also got Tom Bennett, who's a central midfielder, and he's rubbish, but he's got a little bit of potential. You might see him play. I suggest you probably never will. That might be the last you ever see of Tom Bennett. And Abdi Noor, who's another winger, another right-hand-sided player, another potential replacement for CB, can also play on the right-hand side of midfield as well. This guy, formerly of Cardiff and Chippenham. That's not one club, although it could be at this level. There's some very strange club names that have lots and lots of players in them. Let's get a team ready. Interestingly, money has taken a bit of a jump this month, because we got a big chunk of cash from share of gates at the Ilkeston game. We've apparently also sold 400 tickets for the replay, which is going to be our record attendance, because at the moment we've got 161, 152, 328 for the Canterbury game, but we should have over 400 people at Homewood for the Ilkeston game. That lady who doesn't like us hanging out outside her driveway is going to be really unhappy. So just the one change from the first leg. Then it is new boy Danny Ramsey is going to come in on the right wing position, replacing CB, who's suspended. Still not left the club. Ramsey he can't play there, so we'll just play him a little bit further forward. Gets him in his more preferred position. Interestingly, I think when I hit quick pick a minute ago to have a look at what that thought, it moved Harris out to the wing and brought Mills in. So Harris apparently can play on the right wing reasonably well. He's accomplished out there as well. I'm not going to put him out on the wing, though, when he scored as many goals as he had. That seems madness, but it is there as an option in the future if the goals really have dried up. They've not dried up, Kev. It's been one match. But let's... I don't want to... They were really nervous the last game. I don't want to be too assertive. But we do need to make the point that we are the better team. And... mollycoddle them a little bit through the match. If we manage to mess this up, I'll be very sad. I'm quite impressed at just how many fans Ilkeston have got when they're the tier below us. Look how much they've absolutely packed out that woman's lawn. Look at it. We've got a full end of Ilkeston fans. It's going to be very interesting to see what the attendance is, because the home faithful, the villagers, are just... there's quite a few of them actually. We've got a lot of fans in. My goodness, we've never had an attendance like it. There's FA Cup fever gripping home. This is amazing. Turn up for the league next week, please, folks. Phillips plays it forward to Harris. Harris scores. That's why we haven't moved him out to the wing, because he's a goal machine. And hopefully all these fans who are in are going to get a bit of a show. This FA Cup run could be worth more than money to us if we can... Look at all these people. That's your Ilkeston fans there, but all these people around the sides, these are home fans. I didn't know we had so many fans. Look at all them. That is mad. I'm very happy at this situation. Right, now we really do need to play well and put on a show. It is all about the fans now. Ramsey plays it in towards the area, doesn't get past the Ilkeston defenders, but it's back with Morris, plays it over the top to Dutton. Harris is in the middle, finds Harris. Harris scores, second goal of the game. He had an off game in the first match against Ilkeston, but he's absolutely back with a bang today, and the home fans love it. This lot, look, they've brought flags. Bless their cotton socks, they've got flags with them, and we're absolutely going to batter them. 5 minutes on the clock, it's 2-0 to home. Anthony Harris, I imagine all his mates from school are in, because there's his mates. Look, he ran over to him. He's 16, remember. We've got so many 16-year-olds in our team. You've got to think the entire sixth form of Home Comprehensive, which I don't think exists. I don't think there is a secondary school in Home. I'll have to consult my map again. But if there is, my word, the whole sixth form are in. And I'm very happy about this situation. Phillips plays it forward towards Harris. Harris is through again. Can he get a 10-minute hat-trick? Of course he can. What a finish from Anthony Harris. His 13th goal of the season now. We can all pack up and go home. Oh, we're already there. Oh, that's a joke you'll hear me do time and again throughout this series. That is a lovely finish from Anthony Harris. Just bang. There you go. That is how you score your 10-minute hat-trick. And now he's running over to a different bunch of mates. He is going to be popular on the school bus on Monday morning. Well, it's Tuesday night. Is he even allowed up this late? Have we even considered... How is it a 3 o'clock kickoff on a Tuesday? He should be at school. Anthony Harris is skiving off school to score a hat-trick in the FA Cup. I don't understand. Does nobody work in Home? How are so many people here on a Tuesday afternoon? Perhaps evening games don't exist in this universe. Phillips plays it forward to Ramsey. Ramsey back to Morris with Phillips again. Dunn finds Harris. Harris scores number 4. There's only 14 minutes on the clock and Anthony Harris has scored 4 times already. At what point do we take him off and give him a rest? Because he's got to play again at the weekend. Part of me wants him to set a goal-scoring record that will never be beaten. For as long as this series goes on, no one will ever get 9 goals like Anthony Harris did against Ilkeston in the FA Cup. But then part of me thinks, we're through to the next round now already. Let's take him off and protect him. But that part of me is... I want Anthony Harris... Oh, my word. There you go. There's something for your Ilkeston fans. It's 4-1, 16 minutes on the clock. This is a cup tie, boys and girls. This is absolutely mad. Let's have a look at this replay from the other angle. Brannigan can't do anything about that. You wouldn't expect him to. He realises he's playing against a team from Tier 9. That shouldn't have ever been an issue. Morris now. He's probably in the same sixth form as Harris, had the opportunity to grab one for himself as well. But no, he still has to sit on the middle seats of the bus, not yet cool enough to sit at the back, even though theoretically he's a better player. Imagine A-level PE at home comp this afternoon. I mean, where's half the class are missing? Where are they? What's all that noise coming from that field just down the road? Is there a match on? Oh my goodness, they're in again. 37 minutes in. Oh, I thought it was going to be 4-2. Well, this has been... Welcome to a Holme FC bonus episode. I feel like I should just release this as a full episode. This has been action-packed and excitement-filled. This is your... You need to spread the word. You need to watch the bonus episodes when they happen. That was excellent. I am going to take Harris off at half-time, though. Because, I mean, why keep... Give me a reason to keep him on. There isn't one. Joel Mills can come on. He hasn't had an opportunity to play up front for us yet. He's now got 45 minutes to play up front and put some pressure on Harris. He's not going to, obviously, because Harris is a hero. But it gives Mills 45 minutes just to have a go at being a striker so we can see what he's about. Because I expect, when Potton left, I expected Joel Mills to probably start the first game. And it was only when Harris emerged as being as awesome as he is that I decided to go with Harris. But with Mills very much at the back of my mind. Star rating wise, they're very, very similar. Imagine if Mills is as good as Harris. We'll have to go to 2 up top if Mills gets a hat-trick now. Dunn now plays it forward to Mills. Mills out towards Steenson. Steenson's got plenty of space to run into. Just dinks it forward towards Dunn. Dunn always has a yellow name. That man must get booked for putting his boots on or something. He is forever on a yellow card. Ramsey now is fouled. Oh, I thought he'd won the ball back. He didn't. And now a little bit of a test for Brannigan, and he fails it miserably. And it's 4-2. Surely, imagine if we take off our 4-goal hero at half-time and then get knocked out of the FA Cup. Ilkeston are creeping back into it. It's 4-2 with 28 minutes to go. The momentum is all with them. Oh, I'm going to look like a clown if we get knocked out here. Can we bring Harris back on? Because Mills... I mean, he hasn't scored yet, and I feel a little bit uncomfortable with that. Stephen Dunn, I am going to take him off. We'll bring on Sheridan to play in behind as part of a very new look front three, midfield three, in behind Mills. And please don't mess it up from here, lads. I could drop that 3 back, but none of them are capable of playing any deeper. Oh, Brannigan finally remembers he's allowed to use his hands and keeps us in the game. Ilkeston have actually had more clear-cut chances than us. They're mugging it. We're mugging them at the moment. Or to be specific, Anthony Harris is mugging Ilkeston at the moment because he doesn't need chances to score goals. He just needs the ball somewhere in their half and he'll stick it in the back of the net. Mills is rubbish. There you go. That's my official review of Mills. He's not the man, but Owen is having another poor game. We need to keep an eye on Nathan Owen because it's not the first time he's had a very poor game, and Kenny Bruno is our club captain, and it might be time for us to actually make a selection decision for the first time and bring Bruno into the team and maybe leave Owen out for a game or two, but we'll monitor that situation. Sheridan to Phillips, out to Steenson. Steenson's got Mills in the middle but finds Bruno instead. Bruno plays it all the way across to Morris. It's with Phillips, curls it from range, and it goes just wide. I realised we're still playing positively. We could drop back to a cautious mentality now, just to secure our spot in the second qualifying round of the FA Cup, which we are there now. We've not messed this up. There's 444 people here. Only 107 of them away fans. So we've had over 300 home fans have turned up for this game, which is absolutely brilliant. I am pleased with the result. Well done. I don't know who we're playing in the next round. The draw's already happened, but it was Stourbridge, I think. It is Stourbridge, so we play Stourbridge then. Oh, I don't want to do another episode that soon. I think that's going to be one you have to follow on Twitter, or else we're never going to make some progress with this save. So Stourbridge, they're from the division above. We'll probably lose against them. They've got like loads of real players and everything. So I think the FA Cup run probably ends there, but we'll be back, as I said, in the main video around about here for our next proper episode, unless we beat Stourbridge, in which case things might start to spice up from there. But I don't know how to end one of these because I mean you can pop a like on it if you want. Don't think it makes it won't make any difference, but feel free to pop a like on it to show me you enjoyed it. And if we get like 500 likes on a bonus episode, then I'll probably do them a lot more often. Or maybe, I don't know, the Holme FC channel, a second channel for bonus episodes. Don't put ideas in my head. Thank you for watching, folks. I'll see you again tomorrow for a normal episode.